16 into the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
To right. Check out. You ladies. 11Z. 1, 6, 2, 7. We're rolling.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hey, all day, baby. You get nowhere. You're going nowhere.
On 2nd down, here's Love. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this results in 6. Touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. Ooh, the juke. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
When you get your back goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
What are you doing?
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking deep for to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, Love. They fights him off. Being chased, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Vic Beasley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
11Z. 11. Hold on. To right.
A shotgun snap for Love. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Hilton. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Forced out to his left. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Joe Mixon, a first quarter touchdown there.
Gone!
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big-time play there for the Texans. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. 62 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the red zone now, Locke buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football.
Detroit! Detroit!
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On play action, they'll throw. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Houston. 52 yards. So a big pickup that time. And Charles?
About the individual awards, you and I both know it means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll go on the ground. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Back to throw. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Now back to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now it's Love. Underneath, this is Bernard. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
All right, 65.
On third down, that's Mack, and he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what?
And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, it's Luck. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Back to the air, Luck on second down. Flush to his right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one left side, caught by Patterson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. This second revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go with a keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Go, go, go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller in the final seconds of the first half, and the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now running right through it. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. Past the 20. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check 50, check 50.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Dancing to his left. Going up top for Kupp. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Texans. 48 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it. Could not hold on through the end of the play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And now it's third down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Over! Gone!
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Play action. It's Locke. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. And even 40 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. Bernard. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Luck on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. And his kick is indeed good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now out comes Houston. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll fake it. Now Love. Being chased out left. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Back now here on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. Going up top. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. Keith Marshall with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Texans have broken the tie. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the fourth.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. Fourth quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regained the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Off of play action, Luck rolling to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and of course... Now a play fake, and it's locked. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Luck, and he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he gets it down to the 32. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Jamal Sheard on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of it. And now here's another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he slings one that's incomplete. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And the pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Looking the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
12.
Out of the gun, Luck. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Texans on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And now running right through it. Still touchdown, Houston. Cordero Patterson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Wide 40!
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. 3 buzz.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Luck. Flushed out right. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Luck throwing again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. picked off at the 25. And he will take this all the way down to the 30. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up.
I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.